And it's sad but true that the media thrives on sensation. And they thrive on evil, and they thrive on things taken out of context. I've seen time and time again, and I've sat in this courtroom and listened to the testimony coming from the stand, and then read the next morning an article written in a newspaper and wondered if that reporter was actually in the same courtroom I was, misquoting people, attributing comments to attorneys who didn't say things, taking all sorts of things out of context. And I'd just like to show the court something. It's kind of amusing to see this photograph in front of the Herald. It's kind of a grotesque picture. And I was quite furious when I saw it, because
I bet your mother told you to put your hand over your mouth when you yawned years ago, Mr. Bundy, didn't she?
But you know, Gene Miller, who wrote the article, said that, in referring to this photograph, it was then that Bundy arose, mouth agape, saying nothing. He motioned ambiguously with his right hand to his head. It made little sense, nor had his crimes upon sleeping college students in a Tallahassee sorority 19 months ago. Small thing. But you know, that's what I've been fighting from the very beginning. That kind of out of context inference. Let me tell you what happened, and maybe liven up proceedings a little bit. Margaret Good and Lewis Karras were talking about Margaret's impending contempt citation when the court was leaving yesterday. And Margaret was asking Lewis why he hadn't stopped her. Now she was in trouble with the judge. And I kept hearing this banter back and forth, and I said, you know, you two sound like Laurel and Hardy. So when the court left, I stood up and I sort of did my Laurel and Hardy imitation, saying, look what a mess you got me into. They flashed that. They took that picture, which is right here. And Gene Miller, in his infinite wisdom, attributed that to some ambiguous something that made little sense, and then connected it to the crimes at the Carnegie House. It's the interpretation of my behavior, as innocuous as it might be, it's the inference that no matter what I do, there's something strange or evil or demented behind it, that has been plaguing me ever since my prosecution in the state of Utah. It's been, I'm sure they took lots of photographs yesterday, but they loved this one. They could have printed any number of others, but they loved this one because it made me look like an idiot. When they don't know, they had no idea what was going on at the counsel table. I guess that teaches me a lesson not to do any imitations at the counsel table again, but it certainly reaffirms a lesson I learned long ago, that the news media is out for blood. No. The single most devastating article